We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live.
We're going to start this thing off right.
Don't get rid of this gum. Because that ain't what we getting ready to do. Woo.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This is, oh my goodness, I'm so excited.
This is the last day of the calendar month of June.
That's right. And we were having a little conversation around the McNeill parts.
I dare you.
Say less.
I dare you. But anyway, June is the 6th month of the year. And the year has 12 months. So June is the middle of the month. And the end of June, basically.
And a Wednesday. What?
And a Wednesday.
What? How perfect is that?
Perfect. The last day
of the last month in the second
of the 6th month of the year.
Of the 6th month of the year
is on a Wednesday.
And this is the last month of the second quarter.
Yes. So we're going into the third quarter. This is the perfect day to evaluate your year so far. How's
Absolutely. Good morning, Rebecca. Good morning, Vivian. Good morning, Dr. Dunstan. As you can see, we are back home at the McNeill abode, and we are about to express a McNeill challenge.
Oh, really? You with that? Okay.
It's challenge day.
I dare you.
So typically we have our independent goals for each month. And there is no good or bad, you can set your goal to whatever you want, but they are our individual goals. Now, we do have a topic today. So just so you know, today is about confidence and how to get more of it. And we're going to be talking about that and our challenge in just a moment. Back in a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Like. So, welcome back to Let's Talk About It with the Empowerment Duo. I am Lisa Santiago McNeill. And he is peanut butter, Brian K. McNeill. He is enjoying a peanut butter choke sandwich, which I have never learned to like.
You do too like them.
I got to put jelly on mine. I can't just have a choke sandwich. I got to have something to break up the choke. Can't do it. So I'm grateful. I love our morning co-host. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, Ms. Vivian. Hey, Dr. Deborah. How y'all doing? And if you're out there and you haven't said anything,
is that our dinner guest, Rebecca?
Say something. Hey, yes. How are you? We are so excited to have you here with us today. So again, our topic today is confidence. How to get more of it. And first of all, why is that even important?
I dare you to bring up the challenge.
That's good there. So the challenge, once again, I was talking about our earnings challenges. Now, Brian and I we work together, but we both have our own individual businesses. He coaches people that sell intangible services, and I coach people who have a story to tell and want to learn how to tell it profitably. So publish and tell your story profitably with me. I was on a podcast last night with Adil. Shout out to Adil. Alim, thank you so much for having me on. And I had the opportunity to share with his audience, hey Gwen, good morning, about what Lisa Santiago, I am Lisa Santiago, does. And we help you to tell your story in the most profitable way by helping you to shape that story around what it is you've been through and how you can help people to get to it, through it, and over it easier. However, the challenge has ensued as our conversations this morning, because today is the 30th, the last day of the month, in which I just barely made my financial challenge for myself. And, but I still met my goal. But, I was in Jamaica, I was at the beach, I was doing all of these things and still managed to get my goal without as much effort as I normally put in. And that's because I started making miracles. But so I said, why not we make July interesting? What does that mean? What does interesting mean? What if the challenge is is the challenge going to be who earns more or who exceeds their goal by how much more?
Let's just do aggregate earnings.
Aggregate earnings. Notice he's got the lower volume this morning.
Because I know I'm gonna win. But go ahead. Say your story. Tell your setup. Go ahead.
So we're going to compete this month, the month of July, with our aggregate earnings. So whoever earns the most this calendar month wins. What do we win?
Between Lisa and I.
Yeah, between Brian and I.
We can worry about the stakes later. I can't believe she brought this up, y'all, because I'm probably going to double whatever she does, but oh well. I can't believe he had the audacity to challenge your boy.
Yeah.
I wasn't even going to say nothing about it.
It's a
so
challenge.
I was just sitting there.
I'm not scared of no challenge.
I'm like, okay, Lisa, you must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot.
What did I forget?
Who you messing with here?
You forgot who you messing with.
You forgot who you messing with. Anyway, so that's what Lisa thought was a good idea. Okay.
Good morning. So, shout out to Bill if you're catching this on a replay. I miss seeing you in the morning, but I know that Dark 30 can be a challenge on a regular and consistent
He's out
basis.
in Cali time, on West Coast time. So right now for him it's 6:06.
6:06. Shout out to Jacqueline if you're watching it on the replay. I get it, honey. I get it. But we are back. No comment, Brian. I still love you. See, right there. Some faith in the old gal. Some faith in the old gal.
Maybe Lisa will reconsider her boldness, but
nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. So we're going to talk about confidence today. Let's define it according to the dictionary. Do you have your phone available for that?
Dictionary definition? Sure, I can do that.
Because we do want more of it. Okay. There's everything that you do in your life, you do it better when you have confidence in it. But I want to get the technical definition of it. And I even wrote down, I have 2 articles. Dr. Deborah says, wow, that's a great challenge. Well, yeah, if you think it's a challenge, okay. Let me tell you, well, first off, Lisa, by making that challenge, is demonstrating tremendous confidence. When I first got with Lisa back in 2015, actually, we didn't start the competition like that until maybe 16, maybe. The first time we started to track our individual.
Yeah, it wasn't a competition. It was tracking.
It was tracking.
It was actually in 2016.
Okay.
And it was after I had amassed some success in applying the sales confidence coach principles.
And you knew what you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. She had she had a predictable result. She knew that if she did this action, she would produce this, and this results.
And I don't keep any secrets. I actually teach these things to my clients.
Yes. But anyway, so we decided to track our income publicly in our own for just us, or like on a little thermometer chart thing. Okay. We had Lisa's, had mine, and we had our targeted number in the beginning of the month. And what we discovered, it didn't take too many months to discover, is whatever goal we set, we'd end up around that. Okay. So now, but one reason why this is going to be really, really, really transparent. The reason why Lisa being bold enough to make such a challenge and feeling confident that she has a decent shot at winning is an amazing accomplishment, because when we first suggested that we'll set our income goals, Lisa told me later on, she didn't belie it with her actions. She didn't let on, but internally she was thinking, okay, whatever financial goal Brian sets, I'm going to make mine half of his. Okay, that's what she was thinking, because we were sitting together. We were about to set our financial goals and post them on the wall. And she was thinking whatever goal he set, she was going to set hers at half of mine because that's where she was mentally. But she suppressed that thought. She didn't verbalize it. She kept it to herself, which is sometimes a mark of courage, okay? Because she had a fear of that. And what happened was she actually made her financial goals the same that I set for myself. The same. Now, internally, she was thinking, and Dr. Deborah, I would love, your thoughts on this too. Internally, she was thinking, oh gosh.
Internally, I was shaking in my boots.
And she was shaking in her boots.
Internally,
but it didn't belie your actions. No. It didn't tell on you. Okay. Yeah. So for Lisa to go from that woman to this woman here, I see it as an amazing journey that she's gone through.
Ms. Vivian said the ability to face challenges, doing whatever is required to the continuity of positive goals. I like that. Confidence, the dictionary definition has it as the feeling or belief that someone can rely on someone or something and affirm trust.
The feeling or belief that someone can rely on. So you have confidence in that person or that thing that it will do something, right?
Yes. The next definition states the state of feeling certain about the truth of something.
Mm-hmm. The state of feeling certain about the truth of something.
Absolutely. The quote that they provide is, it is not possible to say with confidence how much of the increase in sea levels is due to melting glaciers. It's saying it's not possible to be that confident. Mm-hmm. And the third is a feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I like all three of them, actually. Mm-hmm. This past Monday night, I had a chance to be on a panel discussion with my oldest son. He's 29 years old now. His name is Ladarius Keith McNeill. I call him Das, D-A-S. I've always called him Das. Well, Das was on, and Das has been standing on his own for 4 years now. He's had his own apartment for 4 years. He lives alone. He keeps his place clean. He has kept a steady job the whole time, and he has a business of his own too. Stones and bracelets and jewelry, that kind of thing. Minerals, and he loves minerals and stones. He has them on display in his home, and he has very few visitors to his home. He always drives a nice car. He just bought another nice car. So he's super confident in himself right now, and he plays a lot. So he was on the show, and my son, he came across as extremely confident, if not cocky, But he was, he feels like he's that guy, and it's a demonstrated confidence for him that what he does every time he pays his bills, every time he handles this, every time he puts out that fire, he gets more and more confident in himself. Dr. Deborah says many times that person you are relying on is you, in all caps, trusting that you can accomplish a goal even while shaking in your boots a little.
Absolutely. Especially while shaking in your boots. Absolutely. Good morning, Felicia. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. How are you? So I did some research this morning on confidence. I came up with 2 sources that I like. Okay. One of them is 9 ways to get more confident. The other one is 11 ways to get more confident. One is by some guy I don't know, and the other one's by Tony Robbins. But before we go to the resources, I want to talk a little bit more about what do we think it is and how we think you get confidence. And what do you think? I think one of the ways to erode confidence is to compare yourself to others. That hurts your confidence. So the refusal to play the comparison game, I believe the converse happens. I believe that enforces in your confidence. If you refuse to compare yourself with any other person, just comparing yourself with yourself.
If you are enjoying Let's Talk About It with the Empowerment Duo, take a moment and share, comment, and invite someone to the party, because it's always better when there's more. Yeah. If you haven't commented yet, we want to hear from you. So let us know that you're there.
So one way I think to enforce confidence and get greater confidence is to refuse to compare.
Refuse to compare.
That's one way I think. I got some more. Okay.
All right. I think one way that I think it's very, very good to build your confidence, it is to track and review your accomplishments.
Ooh, that's always a good one.
Understand that you can't review what you do not track.
Some people call them bragalogs, where you note your accomplishments in a notebook. Some people call them journals even. But a log, a way to track your accomplishments, those things, and then reviewing of them. Whenever you're feeling lacking accomplishment, remind yourself of that. I review my testimonials a lot. Whenever I'm like, ugh, what do I need to do right now? I start looking at my testimonials, and it doesn't take very many of them, maybe even as few as 2 or 3, before I start feeling myself again.
Absolutely. And one of the tips that I provided a couple of years ago, particularly those to our coaches and consultants, is when you receive a testimony, particularly if it's a social media testimony, take a screenshot of it and repost it on your social media. Take a screenshot of it, repost it in your social media in a folder or album called testimonies. Here's the benefit to that. One is now it gets shared out to everybody who's connected to you. That's the first thing. The second thing is not only do they see that testimony, they get to see all of the other testimonies that you've ever added to that folder.
This is not a brand new phenomenon, but it's definitely here now. At one time, your potential clients had to ask you, do you have any testimonials or reviews or recommendations? Now they don't hardly have to ask you anymore. They can find reviews, recommendations on you or not. Mm-hmm. If you have them, they can find them. They can go to your LinkedIn, they can go to your Google business and find reviews on you without even asking you stuff.
Absolutely. Another thing that you can do is to sign up for certain business networking databases, such as Alignable. Alignable does a really good job of allowing people to recommend you and connect with you, much like LinkedIn, with a little bit less of the challenges that LinkedIn puts around it.
I have eschewed Alignable for years because I get them every so often. Brian, someone wants to recommend you on Alignable. And I was thinking it was just one other thing I didn't want to bother with. But now with that, maybe I will. So confidence. Another thing I think you can do to greatly boost your confidence in any given area is to study about that thing. Study about it. If you, it could be anything, cooking, driving, selling, making love. The more you study that thing, the more confident you get in that thing.
Absolutely.
The more you read about it, research it, the more oceanography, okay? Anything that you study more, you get more confident in it. I know that works for me.
It's also really, really important for you when you're trying to build your confidence to censor your self-talk. Censor your self-talk.
That's one of the things on the list.
Hear what you are saying about you. And if it is not flattering, if it is not positive, if it is consistently reinforcing your shortcomings, then it is time to stop. Stop. Go refer back to your bragalogs if you need to. Begin to speak about yourself favorably. And this does not necessarily mean that you put your head in the sand and you never talk about the things that you need to improve on, but you talk about them differently. Instead of saying, I'm never any good at such and such.
I suck. I'm always late. I can't do math.
And I'm always negative and I hate this and I can't do math. You can reframe that in the direction that you are attempting to go into by simply saying, I am getting better at fill in the blank every day.
Good morning, Miss Terry Lee Harrison. How you doing? We love when you swing through, Terry Lee. So like Lisa just said, now we make it a rule with our clients. We both have individual clients. The worst thing you can let escape your lips, the worst thing you can say about yourself in any given area is that I'm getting better at it.
I'm getting better every day.
Yes. And the awareness of that makes that a true statement. If you're terrible at closing sales, you can't say I'm horrible at closing sales. You can say I'm getting better at closing sales and reminding yourself that you're taking steps to improve in that area. because the words that you let escape your lips, we believe, are spirits. And those spirits swirl around your head and around your body and in your environment. And they try to prove what you say right. They try to prove you right. I'm so clumsy, the sidewalk will jump up and trip you.
Absolutely. Why not? Why not? You gave me an in.
Yes.
No, I want to remind you that you are a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Say it again so somebody can hear that. Yes.
You are a self-fulfilling prophecy. As a man thinketh, so is he. Manage what you think, because thoughts become things.
That's right. Thoughts really are things. And you know what? It doesn't take much creativity at all for you to remind yourself that you have thought yourself into good things before, and you have thought yourself into bad things.
And which do you want more of? Which do you want more of? I have when I first started my journey to begin the process of becoming the coach's coach, I was studying with my coach, and I did a process. Good morning, Katura, called Making Miracles in 40 Days. And it took me about 40 days to make some of the miracles on my list. And I have decided, I restarted this journey 3 days ago. And in 2 days, I had miracles manifested. And I said to myself, why have you not been doing this all along? Manifestation is always my belief. It's my faith principle. I believe, and therefore I can. I do.
Is that why you feel confident enough to challenge your boy?
Yes.
You're doing your Making Miracles process. She just said some really, really profound things. She said she noticed she started the journey before of making miracles within 40 days.
And manifested an amazing business that I am excited to have, having coached over 90 individuals and over almost 102 books. We've got 3 new children's books coming out soon, helping them to be profitable, not just published, but published and profitable. And I manifested that through that journey, but then
she stopped doing it, and then she started doing it again. And she noticed that she was able to manifest miracles within 2 days.
2.
Okay. Now the genius part of that is, and then she said so really quickly, but why did I ever stop doing this? Why didn't I keep it going?
Yeah, we rest on it. We take things for granted, just like everything else. Rochelle says, oh my God, I've heard the word manifestation every day for the last 4 days. If you've been around me, you've heard it more than that.
And
but
also,
that's right.
That's a testament to the kind of people that you're around.
Absolutely.
You're obviously around people that are upwardly mobile or going somewhere or have some goals or targets with their lives.
Absolutely.
Because people without goals or targets with their lives do not think about or talk about manifestation.
Absolutely. But here's the thing also with realizing a miracle manifested in 2 days. It is the understanding that many things that we've classified as miracles may not even be miraculous enough. I'm just saying. That means that I get to think bigger, because the miracles that were on my list already, boop, 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 they just popped right up. And I'm like, okay.
That's the miracle of goal setting. That's the magic of goal setting. John Assaraf, who's a billionaire through Remax Real Estate, okay? He had these vision boards. He was a vision board proponent many years ago. And he would keep all of his vision boards. You know, even after he'd accomplished everything on it, he would still keep the vision boards, put them in boxes. You know, he tells many, many stories around the vision boards. But he really, really believes in it. But when people look back on their vision boards and they look back on the goals that they set and accomplished, most of the time the sentiment was, I should have dreamed bigger.
Yeah.
I should have dreamed bigger.
Yeah.
And I should have asked for more stuff.
And
you could have got
it. How about that? So, and the thing is, some of the miracles that I was,
and I'm preaching to myself right now too, not just the choir. I need to ask.
You on the choir? You're the lead singer.
I'm the lead singer. Okay.
You know that the singer on the choir always has to have the jaw thing. Tiffany had that. I never had that.
What?
I'm I'm rambling. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all see the choir singing. Most people sing la 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 la, but when you sing on the choir, you gotta go la, and your jaw gotta do the jiggle thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not bugging out.
Okay, baby. What is it? Where is she?
So what else do you need to do to gain more confidence?
We've covered stop comparing. We've covered what you choose to say about yourself. We've talked a lot about what's the other thing we talked about? Oh, studying it. I'm learning more and more about it. Let me go to my research. Shall we?
Shall we? What else you got?
I got more stuff. Okay. More nother stuff.
More nother stuff?
Yeah.
I love more nother stuff.
But what can you do to boost your
build your confidence, boost your confidence? I think the company that you keep is definitely going to impact your confidence level. Do you surround yourself with positive people who know something that want to help you know something in a positive way? Now, I've had teachers that taught from the negative, and I've had teachers that taught from the positive.
The teachers that teach from the negative, I think they're practicing abuse.
I do too, and I don't know why they're allowed to be teachers. But I have seen teachers create amazing, flourishing individuals simply by lording their faith on their student.
Now, I got Tony Robbins' 11 ways to be more confident. Tony Robbins, 11 ways to be more confident.
We're not doing all of his 11.
We're not. I'm just going to peruse them. But number one on his list was overcome your limiting beliefs. Go back and examine that thought you had that you couldn't do something. Okay. Or, is that based upon reality, or is that based upon 5-year-old you?
Honestly, I do believe that there are so many limiting beliefs that I think were absolutely just holding you in that place. They were absolutely, I think every limiting belief is stopping you from your progress. But honestly, if you can catch yourself in a lie and then rebuke it, you are on the road to building yourself into a superhuman.
Correct. Careful with your self-talk was one of the ones, but there's one that I just stopped in my tracks before. It's the 5th one on his list. We haven't brought it up yet, but I'm gonna bring it up right now because it always works. Is practice gratitude. Being more and more grateful for your life, what you have in your life, the people in your life, where you've been, what you've done.
That's actually the cornerstone of the Making Miracles exercise.
Practice gratitude.
Is practicing gratitude within the first 30 minutes of awakening each and every day, to create a list of things that you're grateful for, or that to express grateful for. And it's very interesting because the list is not just the things that you are grateful for. They can also be, or almost should also be, the things that you are not grateful for them, but you have to express gratefulness for them so that universe, source, God can reveal to you what in them is actually working for you.
Car payment's behind. I'm grateful that I even have a car payment to be behind on. Is that close?
That's very close to it, and it's not quite that black and white. But so often we get caught up in the problem, and then we don't allow ourselves the freedom to even be frustrated about it. We got to move on. But by expressing gratefulness for it and even frustration for it, honestly, we're giving our subconscious permission to work on it independently of us.
That's a major one. Practice gratitude. First 30 minutes of the day. Either keep a list or even maybe come up with one every day. What am I grateful for?
Yeah, we have to come up with one every day. We write it down. You can do it on a notebook. Yeah, I started out doing it in email, but I find that I am more honest pen to paper than on email. I am often censoring, correcting everything. And you know what I mean? When I'm typing, I'm working. So it's a different part of my brain.
Right.
So when I use pen to journal, pen to paper, it's a more of a freeing write. And I find myself releasing truth in that exercise.
I think that makes sense. Have you ever been somewhere like at a restaurant or out in public and you saw someone sitting or standing or walking and you immediately believed or felt that that person is confident in themselves? Okay. How do you know they're confident? They looked confident. You ever seen anybody that looks like they would be confident? This is the next key in his list is change your physiology. Stand up straight, open your chest, hold your head up. That changing of physiology expands your chest, lets in more air, and you look better and you feel better. And that's something that anybody can choose to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I had a chuckle the other day. I was watching one of my favorite influencers. His name is MJ. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but he was teaching people how to dream out, how to live out their dreams.
Okay.
And one of the examples was visit the stuff you want.
Oh, nice.
Right? Visit the stuff you want and visit it as if you deserve to be there. Don't go visiting it, kowtowing it in the store. No, ma'am, thank you. No, visit it as if you're getting ready to buy it right now. Buy it right now. He said, when you walk into that store
or that dealership,
well, he was talking about a really high-end, exquisite store like in Paris where, you know, you don't come in there and look at price tags. You come in there to purchase, right? But you're not ready yet at that moment, right? So, but you still want to check this stuff out. He says, walk in, shoulders back, just like you said, and catch the eye of the curator as soon as you arrive and summon them.
Okay.
Summon them so that they don't come looking for you, asking if they can help you. Summon them so that they can understand that it is their job to serve you and not your job to make them comfortable. And he called them over and then he would say, have you gotten in the latest such and such? Or I would like to see so and so. Or take them out of the main area and into one of the elite sections. I would like to see the such and such. He said, know what you're talking about. Keep eye contact, shoulders back, be deliberate, and don't be afraid to ask for what you want.
If you've never done anything like that and you actually go and do that, you're going to find, even though you might, just like Lisa was in the beginning of the talk, have butterflies within you, afraid the whole time. If you belie that and have your physiology still confident, when you leave that setting, when you get out of that store, and you head back towards your car, you're going to find yourself so happy with yourself.
Absolutely.
You're going to be pleased with yourself.
Absolutely. One of my authors recently.
Miss Vivian says, that's true. Miss, what's that, Elby?
Every day.
Every day. And Kelly Lewis says,
peace and blessings. Oh, I got to write that down. I got to call Kelly.
And Dr. Deborah says, I actually like that, Lisa.
Yes. Absolutely. So by managing your expectation of others and setting it to a certain standard, one of the things I told Brian for a long time, I enter this door like those automatic doors are my subjects. I mean, I enter the supermarket that way.
Hey, man, look at Felicia here.
Just the supermarket. I am here.
She says, Felicia Gardner says, I realized I actually accomplished more than I thought in my past. I guess I thought it had no value.
Yes.
Sometimes being modest can block your opportunities.
Yes.
Our lack of confidence can hinder us.
Yes.
We must learn to acknowledge our accomplishments. Our skills can be used to bless others. Never undermine your ability.
You better say that.
That is the gospel of Miss Felicia.
You better say that. You better work. You better say that.
Preach that. Speak on it.
Say that. Say it.
Speak on
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Preach it. It's 9:33. We're gonna do our greeting songs now. Now, this show is called Let's Talk About It. Okay, we've been going since October 2016, and we do have a purpose when topics that we choose. We choose to speak about either personal conversations,
business information,
or spiritual inspiration.
With a little bit of shenanigans.
That's what the show is about. Her name is
Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And I am Brian K. McNeill. And together we make up what's called the Empowerment Duo. We do have an express ministry. Our express ministry is
economic independence
through
entrepreneurship.
That's it. Economic independence through entrepreneurship. Those are our guiding forces. Those are our guiding principles. Some of you guys have been with this show since the beginning, since October of 2016. Some of you guys, like Miss Felicia Gardner, are consistent contributors to this show, and we want to thank you. And some of you guys have earned greeting songs. Some of you guys earned greeting logos, but it go a little something like this. Who's up first?
Who's up first? I think that Rebecca was the first one on. Rebecca, we don't have a song for you yet.
Rebecca, recommend something or help us to find your greeting song. Okay,
yes. We got Miss Vivian. Whoa, Vivian. Vivian Reed is here. Vivian Reed is here, and now the show can go on. That was one of those moments that I had to have more confidence than I had, because I started Miss Vivian's song to no, you got the O. I started Miss Vivian's song too high, and I almost quit.
That's why I always give you the drums, because to help you keep time.
It's not the time.
I've learned that I have to help you. That's what it is. Dr. Deborah's up next.
Dr. Deborah, healing and deliverance coach.
Started that high too.
No, I didn't. I started it low.
Stay
out my business. Good morning,
Gwen Brown. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Just stay over there in your business. Have some confidence with your suit. I'm going. I'm scrolling. Felicia.
Terry Lee has one too. Felicia Gardner first.
Felicia song. It's not certainly that Stephanie.
It's help us, Felicia. But Terry Lee goes. Terry Lee and networking go together in perfect harmony, side by side on the piano, keyboards. Oh Lord, why don't we?
Is it Felicia? I love you, Felicia. We love you.
That's it.
We miss you.
Yo, the one
for me.
Every time I can see JT Taylor singing that song with Kool in the Gang. He had that long shaggy curl afro thing.
A shag Jerry curl, honey.
Yes.
You can get no gooder than that.
I found love. That's him. Katura Green is here. Back to life.
Hey!
Back to Katura Green.
Hey! However do you want it?
However do you need it?
Do you need it? However.
What's up, Katura? How you doing, my sister?
And we miss you too. Are y'all back? Are y'all back in North Cac?
I don't know.
Because this is a holiday weekend.
Okay.
So we should have some hot dogs in the convivium.
Actually, I'm going to make me some kebabs on my grill.
When?
Or today I got a few things going today, but I can't work. Black man can't work.
You better work because, honey, you got a goal to meet if you're going to beat me.
I'm not worried about that.
Okay. My father actually opened for Kool in the Gang back in the day.
Really?
Wow.
Really? That's pretty cool to be able to say that your dad opened for Kool in the Gang. That's pretty cool.
I love it.
But I woke up thinking, okay, I'm gonna get me some skewers and some either, beef chunks and chicken chunks and all that kind of stuff, and little tomatoes, onions, green peppers, and put them on my skewers on my grill. I was gonna make me some kebabs
and marinate them. Don't do it. Don't you come. No, because he's nasty. He's nasty. You can't have all of that nasty in your ear first thing in the morning. No.
You think I was gonna say something nasty? You think I was gonna say something nasty?
Oh, Anthony Whitsitt.
Oh, we get to do it. Let me get a super compliment.
Hey, Anthony, we missed you.
You know me, I'm your friend, your main boy, thick and thin. I'm your pad man, Anthony Whitsitt.
He's your pad man.
Bum, 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 bum. And we got Kelly Little here too. I almost forgot Kelly Little.
Kelly.
Gotta do it with a deeper voice, baby, a Biggie voice, baby, kind of voice. Kelly, can't you see? Somehow your words just hypnotize me. What's up, Kelly? How you doing? He says, you are your thoughts, beliefs, associations, words, and visions.
Yes.
Believe, conceive, achieve.
Hallelujah.
The people you associate and network with influence your transformation.
Glory.
Watching the Empowerment Duo has epigenetic.
It has an epigenetic
impact. Yelling my ear again. Epigenetic impact that raises your vibration, magnifies your frequency, helping you to actually your brilliance.
To actuality your brilliance. Adjust your crowns, family. You are what you believe.
I love it. Thank you, Kelly.
Love
the
it.
gospel
love it.
Of Kelly Little.
According to the Village King. Come on,
the Village
now.
King. I love it.
Bring it on through.
You know, I mentioned earlier how me and my son did this father-son panel this past Monday. And my son, he makes jewelry, you know, not like that kind of jewelry, but with, with stones and crystals. And he actually he made himself a crown. And he was like, well, I really believe that I am a king amongst men. As a matter of fact, he put his crown on, and this is like brass, and it looks like I would imagine they actually put on the King of Kings, you know. It looks gorgeous. I was like, oh my gosh, that was nice. He put on a crown.
Absolutely. So the confidence that you exhibit increases your vibration and can definitely increase and improve your results. Another fun fact from Felicia.
Millie Jackson auditioned for my father's band and they turned her down, and she went on to be a legend. I'm sure they regret not hiring her after she blew up and made it. Yes. Millie Jackson did become a legend by being a little bit more brash than her contemporaries, a little bit more bold, a little bit more willing to take chances. A lot of women can sing, but are you willing to sing what Millie Jackson sang? Feeling bitchy. Let me feel it. You know?
Yes. Now, Rochelle said I would love for him to create a crown for the Power Elite Mail House. Wow.
Really? Okay.
We'll connect you. We will connect you.
Yeah, that's my boy. His crown was gorgeous too. He said he's gonna make me one because he loves his daddy. That was nice. We saw a video about Millie Jackson last year, actually, where she has a song called "Let Me Feel It." I want to feel it. Where she was actually, now she had her crowd. They're all about her age, you know, in the 60s, 70s, 60s and 70s. But she was going through the crowd. She came off the stage and she was going through the crowd and making men move their jackets out their laps so she could feel their crotches. And she actually did it. She was singing, going up and down the rows, feeling men's crotches. And she was talking junk about it too. Move your hand. And they were clapping and singing. And the women, it was just like who could do that and get away with it? Only Millie.
Nobody could do it now.
Nobody could do it. How long ago was that video, though? Okay, Millie Jackson did it, and she could get away with it.
Millie Jackson looked like she could be Lil' Kim's relative. No, that's right. I
saw a crazy picture of Lil' Kim yesterday. Ugh, what did she do to her face?
It is what it is.
She had some surgeries. But anyway, that was, we have a good friend, Cortez Springer. He's talking about the boldness. He said this to me. If you say the things that's a little bit bolder than others are, there's money in that.
Absolutely.
If you're willing to be a little bit bold, because there's no real winning and being just like everybody else.
Not at all.
And it harkened me back to One of my greatest examples of that is in the early 70s, there was a book called Looking Out for Number One. Looking Out for Number One. And the author is a guy named Jay Ringer was his name. And his whole premise of his book was take care of yourself first. Make sure you get yours first. Now that it was not a popular thought. Okay, who was going to be so selfish to look out for themselves first? The premise was you want to look out for your neighbor, be a good neighbor. But he came out with this book, Looking Out for Number One, and it put him on all the talk shows.
Absolutely.
And his book sold in the millions because his thought was just a little bit more crazy than his contemporaries were willing to be.
Absolutely. And on confidence is also achieved through what you hear, what you allow yourself to listen to. So we talked about self-talk, but it's also important to get positive motivational energy into your space. And today is Wednesday. So tonight in the clubhouse.
Whoa! Tonight. For like 6 weeks now, on Wednesday nights in the clubhouse, I feature a room called Mindsets and Motivations. And tonight is another one of those Wednesdays. I have a wonderful day. It's the people I have in there tonight, guys like Monty Lands. He's like an influencer on Instagram and TikTok. Okay, he's very, very popular. He has a huge following, but he's one of my featured speakers tonight. I have, oh my gosh, I have Miss Linda Husser. She's the Bodacious Black Women Movement. She has the Bodacious Black Women Movement. And she's out in California area. She's going to be on our show tonight. I also have, oh my God, I was so lucky to land Lisa Santiago McNeill as a featured speaker, not just support. She's going to be a featured speaker tonight in the room. Tonight, you have the flyer, baby?
Yeah, I'm working on it right now.
I want them to see it, but that's tonight at 7. These people are generously willing to share their brilliance with you tonight at 7 p.m. In Clubhouse, and it's going to be on my page. If it's not, it's on my page already, but I'm going to post it again on my page, and I'm going to post a link to. You can go to it directly. I have had 2 Clubhouse meetings a week for the past 6 weeks, and each time I've had 8 people a week willing to raise their hand and share their 6 minutes of brilliance. So my circle has been amazing. I promise you, I get more out of it than anyone else. Okay, because I'm listening to what these people brilliance they're willing to share with everyone. So we can't find it right now.
I didn't do it on the computer. Remember, you had me working on vacation, so I did it in my phone.
Okay, no problem.
It's coming.
Okay, so
slaving on my vacation.
Slaving. I'm gonna ask him to do one thing.
Oh my goodness, he asked me to do one thing.
That's it right there. Oh, and I got Spencer LaCapra. Now this is another one of these guys, man. He's legendary in his circle. He makes his money through a wonderful network marketing organization, and his people love him. He's a great speaker as well, and he's kind of taking a shine to me and to Lisa. He loves us as well. But Spencer LaCapra is going to be one of my featured speakers tonight, as well as Lisa, Linda, and Monty Lands. Monty Lands is younger than us, but probably smarter than us too, because he knows how to get a following. He knows how to get everybody in. He does these videos. Oh, man, he's got all this technology down. I'm so excited to have him. My challenge has been to figure out which one I want to let be the closeout speaker. Actually, I didn't have to figure it out anymore because I was juggling who do I want to be the closeout, because I think the first speaker and the closeout speaker are the most important ones. So typically I'm going to be the first speaker because I don't want any of my feature speakers to get on a cold stage. Okay, so I want to warm up the room before they get in there.
Mindset and motivation. The link is in the comments. I just really, really, really want you guys to get out there tonight, 7 p.m. in the clubhouse, in the Selling Your Services room. I am looking forward to hearing from all of those speakers, and I'm looking forward to bringing some of the heat that I have been cooking up lately. When I tell you that mornings and evenings have been fire for me, it is going to go down.
So each featured speaker is going to have 6 minutes to share their brilliance, and then we're going to kind of piggyback on what they say. Okay, what's up, Mr. Mark Greer, man? We almost missed you, man. Oh my gosh, I'm glad you popped in here.
Woo.
Mark Greer says, good morning, good people. Felicia says, yes.
Constant positive thoughts and energy keep us fully charged in positivity And with that we attract the same. Absolutely.
Kelly Little has
like attracts like.
Kelly Little has been a frequent visitor to the clubhouse room. Mark Greer
was one of the speakers.
Has been a featured speaker. He was a featured speaker on one particular Wednesday where I had only men.
The best men. That was my favorite. I think that was the first.
Really, no, it wasn't the first one.
No, it was the first of that flyer format. That's
okay,
what it
yes,
was.
Okay. But I only had men that night. That don't happen very often, but I had it that night, and it was pretty good. Lisa enjoyed the flyer herself.
I did. I might make a poster of it and just hang it over my bed.
So wide you can't get around it. So low you can't get under it. So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove.
Bum, bum, bum.
Getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now. Thank you. Kelly Little says, Brian, your rooms are fire.
Fire.
Kelly comes into the rooms and I always give him a chance to at least say hi. You know, I bring him up on the stage and say hi. Although I'm learning, I'm going to do a lot less of that, bringing people up on stage. Because some people, they abuse it. I bring them up, they say, introduce themselves, and they want to go ahead and do a dissertation. So I'm going to hold them off tonight.
Really?
Yeah, I'm learning. Unless I know the person. Okay. If I don't know them, I'm definitely not. So I had a bad experience just bringing up just anybody before. I told you about that, right?
I think I was on there, and the person you brought up just started going into her own.
Not that one. I had a worse experience than that. Someone raised their hand. I didn't know who he was, but I was being dumb and naive. I let him come up there. He goes, "You N-words." He called us all N-words.
No, I wasn't on that.
Yeah. Oh. And I deleted him. Okay, so now I'm very, very careful now. Since that time,
wow.
People that raise their hand the second they come in the room before they even hear anybody, no, they had no chance. I'm not going to hear you.
Wow. Confidence. How do you get more of it? That is the challenge.
Now, we only got about 4 minutes left in this broadcast here. Mark Greer says, there is nothing manifested externally that has not first been created in the mind.
Absolutely not.
The proper mindsets is the key to creating the life you seek. The mind is the most powerful force on earth. When used, is the most destructive when it is not. Felicia Gardner is smiling and says, taking all of your time and saying crazy stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. With this time that we have left, remember what Wednesdays are. Each Wednesday, we call that Evaluation Day.
Evaluation Day. And this is a very special Wednesday.
Yes, because this happens to be the last day of the month. Of the 6th month of the year, which is in the middle of the month. Ask yourself,
middle of the year.
Yes, middle of the year. Ask yourself 2 questions on Evaluation Day.
Number 1,
what am I doing correctly?
Give yourself a moment to assess all of those phenomenal success stories. Document them. Look at them.
What are you doing correctly?
What are you doing correctly?
Kind of correctly.
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing correctly?
And then number 2,
if I had this time to do over again, what would I have done differently?
What would I have done differently?
Now that's based upon the time.
Very important word, because it is one that we often want to substitute with a word that has a lot less positive energy.
We're not asking you to ask yourself, what are you doing wrong?
Oh, no.
We want to ask yourself, if you had this time to do over again, what would you have done differently? Now, it's very important that you ask yourself these 2 questions, and as important that you answer them to yourself. Yes. Do not let yourself get the benefit of the doubt, and don't give yourself any hooks to get off of. I did everything perfect. No, that's didn't. Not true.
No, you didn't. Because even if you did everything perfectly according to your plan, you could have done it differently by getting more minds involved.
You could have did it in less time.
So don't
fool yourself to think there's nothing I would have done differently. Yes, there is. Find it.
Find it.
Find it.
And do not allow yourself to go down the hole that I didn't do anything right this month or this.
That's not true either. That's not possible. Not true. You can't make it through a day without doing some things the right way.
That's right.
Goodness gracious.
So be creative, be consistent.
What am I doing
take
correctly?
This time to ask yourself, what have I done correctly? And what could I have done differently?
I just want to make sure that you guys understand the question of differently is in relation to the use of your time.
Absolutely.
How you choose to use your time.
Absolutely.
That's the thing. All right. I'm looking forward to you guys having a great day.
Make sure that you join us tonight. I certainly, especially now that since Clubhouse is now both on both platforms, Android and iPhone. Go to the link bit.ly/SYS63021 to join us at 7 p.m. Phenomenal speakers, myself included, and some great mindset and motivation to end your day. So you start with us, you end with us, you got all kind of good stuff in the middle. That's like a master club sandwich in the clubhouse. I'm telling you,
the speakers we have tonight, you're going to love. I'm excited about what Linda's going to say. I'm excited about what Monty's going to bring. Because, oh my gosh, we got us whoever put this dance together did a good job.
Absolutely. Make sure that you stay tuned right here for Coffee Time with Coach Ja following us. And little Mina is growing so much. She's adorable.
We got to go. God bless you guys.
And don't forget to have sex. It's good for you. It's good for you.